Hello there gorgeous gamers and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and we've got our review for Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX, a complete remake of the original game which is actually older than yours truly. I wish I could get a remake. Oh well, let's see what's what with this one. Alex Kidd in Miracle World first released back in 1986, and as a small kid I managed to get a copy built into my Sega Master System 2 one Christmas. It was a game I spent many hours with as I battled to try and free the citizens of Radaxion from the evil Janken. Ever since those days as a small boy, I've always kept a special place in my heart for young Alex, but I always remember the game to be punishingly difficult. It's fair to say that my memory serves me well. Alex Kidd is tough as nails. This little Radaxion rascal does not suffer fools gladly, so be warned. When Alex Kidd first released, home consoles and video games were still very much in their infancy, with a lot of today's user-friendly features still many years away. Games were designed to last a long time, so they built them to last by making them hard to beat, and Alex Kidd is up there among the toughest. The difficulty in Alex Kidd is almost comically difficult. Miss a jump? Dead. Touch an enemy? Dead. Fail a game of rock paper scissors, required to beat many of the game's bosses? Dead. In the original game you had 3 precious lives that, once lost, meant game over. No saving or checkpoints here. This remake does allow you to retry a stage should you lose your lives, starting you at the beginning of your current level, or, should you want to, you can turn on infinite lives in the options menu. But don't let that fool you. You will die, and you will die a lot. The older version of Alex Kidd is a testament to when it was made. Bright colours that almost hurt the eyes, and a chip-tuned soundtrack that does begin to grate eventually. To get that nostalgia kick, this updated version of Alex Kidd lets you switch between the original and the new just with the press of a button, which never failed to satisfy my nostalgia. The updated Alex still maintains the charm of the original, and it does a good job of updating the art style while staying true to the original vision. Strangely, this new version actually seems a little bit easier than the older version that's running in the background, and on certain sections of the game I did prefer the new version over the old because it was easier. This could be purely psychological, but it eventually got me to the end credits. I could not go this entire review without at least touching on rock paper scissors, or as it's known in the game, Yan Ken Pon. As a youngster, this felt like a game of chance. I now know that it isn't, and it used to frustrate the hell out of me, and it still does today. Making real progress in the game to then feel like it's robbed by a game of chance still feels a bit cheap, and it only adds to the frustration here. A few other mechanics haven't dated well either. Alex has limited moves in that he can run, jump and punch, and the controls don't feel as tight as we're used to these days. It's far too easy to miss a jump, and you know what that means? Dead. The punch attack has an extremely limited reach, which means you have to get right up in an enemy's personal space to do any damage, and again, if you mistime this and get too close, dead. If I had to describe Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX, it would be challenging. I'm not against the good challenge, but it does feel rewarding when you eventually beat a boss or overcome a tricky platforming section, but too often, the losses feel cheap and unfair. This is what prevents Alex Kidd from elevating to anything more than a happy trip down memory lane. If you have fond memories of the platforming whippersnapper, Alex Kidd in Miracle World DX does a great job of keeping those memories intact. If this is your introduction to Alex Kidd, you'll find a very punishing platformer that leaves a lot to be desired. This is definitely one for the fans. And that is the end of this review. Thank you very much for watching. You're a star. Head on down below, like, subscribe, drop a comment, bell icon so you don't miss anything else. The info box has got our links. Go down there, have a little mooch around, see what you like, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye bye.